The seniors of Winooski, Vermont are an important and unseen force of volunteers that are incredibly energetic, caring, and invaluable members of our community. From fighting hunger to community building to entertainment, they are a non-stop source of positive impacts. So I'd like to introduce you to 8 seniors, each an impressive and noteworthy member of the town of Winooski.
My name is Dan Higgins. I grew up just outside Detroit, Michigan. I came to Vermont. Everyone told me if you want to find a cheap place to live, go to Winooski. I didn't know what Winooski was. I didn't know how close it was. I thought it was another city along far away. I drove over the bridge. I found Winooski. The Winooski block was slated to be torn down, actually. This was in the pre-urban renewal days. Moved in. The rent was very good. It was a no-brainer. And as I began to learn about Winooski, I fell in love with the place. Winooski was a fantastic place for artists. No internet, there was nothing for people to do except to go out and play shuffleboard. And, the bingo parlor, there was the Corporation Hall every night was packed with people playing bingo. And so it was kind of like a continuous carnival atmosphere that I felt. I loved it. You were as likely to hear French spoken after 10 o'clock at night as you were English. And the stories of people working in the mills were everywhere. Little Henry's Cafe over here. Henry opened up early and it would be filled with these guys that would come in at 8 in the morning. And they just tell whoppers of stories, and it was just a marvelous kind of mythological experience. I'm not sure I do enjoy photography that much anymore. Photography has changed so much now, and it's so prevalent everywhere. But I will use it as a means of talking to a community. And it's fascinating to walk around this town. I mean, Waking Windows was last weekend. A totally different Winooski.
In 1951, I started working at Sears Roebuck. As a matter of fact, I was the first female controller in the country. Yeah. And that was quite a challenge, but you learned a lot. And I've been retired almost 30 years. And I never realized how busy I've been for those 30 years. But it's been quite an education in itself. Yeah. They call it on-job training. And then within the community, I got involved with the Winooski Historical Society. And presently we're located in the Champlain Mill with our current museum. And that's another challenge in meeting the requirements and improving it for the community. And that's basically our goal. We have a newsletter that goes out quarterly, and of course I've been involved with Winooski Senior Center for many years. So with all that experience, it's been quite a challenge and very, very educational. Yeah.
I'm Sister Pat McKittrick, and this is my 3rd time back to Winooski. I was actually probably 4th time because I was here before I entered the convent. But this time around, I've been here 20 years. They can't get rid of me now. I love Winooski. I love the job that I have, and my job is really going out into the community, meeting people, finding out what the needs are, and then trying to find resources and see how we can build community together. So that's basically what I do. And I love it. and it's part of what my community does. My community was meant to respond to needs that were not being responded to by someone else. And so I come out into the community and find out, what are some of the things we need to do? And how do we build community together? And the first is you have to have a vision. Second is to be in touch with your reality. Third is relationships. And fourth is the courage to do what you have to do. So that's what I try to do. I ruffle people's feathers sometimes. I sometimes make mistakes. But it's okay. If you're not making mistakes, you're probably not doing what you have to do. And the two things that kept coming up were we need a location to meet. We can't, we just don't have a space. And we need programs. So we built a community center, and it's been wonderful. It's a great place for people to come. Doesn't mean there aren't any problems. There are. I think there's a lot that's happened, but it's always been a collaborative effort, and I think that's the fun part. Well, this is kind of my life. Yeah.
I'm Carol Jean Suter. Well, I do a number of things. I like to stay active, but I also like to help the community of which I'm a part. And I mentioned that I like the diversity in the community, and certainly it's been good to be able to work with people from different cultures. With the restorative justice panel, it's been a very rewarding experience for me. I've learned a lot, and restorative justice really tries to help people who have gone astray one way or another. They come to the panel because they're an offender of some kind, usually some low-level offense. The panel is made up of community members who try to work with the offender and the victim. If the victim comes, we encourage the victim to come and see if we can help make things right. To really become a valuable community member who's respected and gets back on the right track. Vermont is a leader in community justice. Not all the states have it. And it really is I think, valuable to try to get people to get on the right track.
Well, I'm Linda Howe, and I have lived in Winooski for 33 years now. In the community, just for Winooski, I help coordinate the food shelf. And there's myself and Susan Miller that are the main force behind the effort. Susan coordinates all of the volunteers. I'm always begging for money and resources. I also register everybody, so I know everybody. I'm always inviting people. We're constantly making grocery lists, but for a giant family, for a family of 130 families, which is about 400 people. So we have a very large family that we're caring for. With the food shelf, not everybody understands the plight of what it's like to be economically challenged and what a big difference it makes to have people in the community care about you and want to go the extra mile for you. We're here to help everybody in the community. We all get economically challenged at times. It really makes a difference if you can come and get some food. We try to get fresh food. Hannaford's donates fresh food on the second Saturday of every month and the second Sunday. And we're here 9:30 to noon. Everything helps. We need help here sorting food. There's lots of things other people could be doing to contribute to the community. I'm happy to do it as long as I can do it, and hopefully transition it off to somebody younger that wants to do it. But it's hard for younger people to do it and hold a job, have families, and so I think really the retired people in the community are the ones that take on some of the challenges that the city doesn't provide. I just keep so busy I don't even think of myself being retired. My husband says, "You're never home." So
My name is Melody. I've lived in Winooski since 2010.
My name is Jillian. I've been in Vermont since 1997.
My name is Nan, and I've been in Winooski for 45 years.
First of all, I'm really enjoying my retirement, and it's a chance to do things that when you're working full-time, which I've always worked full-time, you don't get a chance to do. And as long as my health holds out, I'm going to keep as active and have as much fun as I possibly can. It's great. Including dancing.
I just love it, having the free time. Like Jillian said, you just couldn't do them before. You had focused on a life and a business and all that.
I saw the advertisement for the High Steppers on the Front Porch Forum, and I decided that sounded like something fun to get involved with. So I had no intention of actually joining them. I just wanted to dance. So that's how I got involved.
When we joined, I don't think any of us thought we would be performing. Our first reaction was, no way. And then the next reaction was, this is fun.
I've always danced, but not professional or took lessons or anything. But I love to dance, so once I started, I can't stop.
What type of music do you dance to?
Good music.
All eras. We danced to some
Mostly Sinatra.
some 40s, some 50s, some 60s.
Yeah.
Everything.
It really works folks well because we're focused then on the songs that people who are in senior centers, where we primarily perform at senior expositions, celebrating senior events. Then they're songs that those people know, so right away they're involved in what we're doing.
No, the music.
Yeah. When we're out as a group, sometimes just we have our feet get busy, and particularly if Donna's with us, she encourages us to get up and just dance. Usually the band wasn't expecting that.
She had us dancing on Church Street.
That's right.
We had it was a better reception than I thought we would have.
Yeah.
So it was
Donna's
fun.
crazy.
Yeah, it was quite impromptu, but it's fun. That's the fun part.
It's fun. Yeah.
It's
Our
fun.
motto is fun first, feet second.
Mm-hmm.
It's very clear you don't have a lot of your life left. And so there's more of a sense of the possibility of being in the moment, enjoying the day you're in.
I think that's why spontaneously we get up and dance sometimes, without thinking, what do they think of us or how do we look?
I try to think of what can I do to help somebody else.
You always have to think positive. If you get up in the morning positive, it's going to rub off on other people.
Yeah, for us.
I think we've kind of seen a lot, and we feel, I've handled a lot of stuff. I can do whatever I want probably and handle it well.
Mm-hmm. Find a group, get connected, hang out with some seniors, because you're gonna see all the exciting opportunities that really are available.
Get out and be known in your community, and don't be afraid to go to senior centers. Sometimes they have a reputation, that they play bingo. Well, not everybody plays bingo. So, get out there and tell them what you want. We have a very active and fun senior center here in Winooski.
I think it's a unanimous, we're living a good life and having a good time.
Yes. Busy. Looking busy all the time.
Remember to take breaks, but you can keep going.